That was me laughing at just how ridiculous the M3 Max power is on the spreadsheets, performance-wise, with people posting so many things about the M3 Max. It is absolutely insane. But part of that laughter is also because I just bought an M1 Max 20 days before the M3 Max release. Yeah, pretty regrettable stuff. But that was my thought process immediately after the M3 Max was out, that why did I have to buy the M1 Max? Why did I have to upgrade from the M1 to the M1 Max before? You know, why don't I just wait for a few more days, weeks, and see how the M3 Max is first? But that was my opinion right when the M3 Max was launched. Now, I am completely fine with it. With the machine that came out 2 years ago that I bought today for nearly 2 to 3 grand off. I bought it for about $2,600. It is 4 terabyte of storage, 64 gigabyte of RAMs, and to get all of that spec for not 5 grand, but instead 2.5 grand worth of money, that is amazing value. And remember, the machine is only 2 years old. Before, we used to buy machines that are like 4 to 5 years apart. But right now, it is strange that some people are saying the M1 Max are too old. But of course, there are people who are admitting to the fact that the M1 Max, it's old, however, it still works completely fine. So if you guys are struggling financially, just know that you don't need the latest to be the greatest. But on the topic of the latest machine, the M3 Max does come with some serious power. Because what I have been seeing for the past few days is the M3 Max being so overpowering that it's almost better than the M2 Ultra, which for God knows how expensive that machine is. And ultimately, the M3 Max is so much better than the M2 Max. And the M3 Max is being portrayed right now, and I think factually as well, to be a machine that blows people's expectation out of the water completely. So with all of that crazy performance, who is the M3 Max for? Well, let's talk about myself first. I am not a completely professional individual working with high budget projects. However, I do a lot of GPU intensive works. I do a lot of video editing, I do Blender stuff, and to me, the M3 Max is not something that I need right now. It is something that I want, but it's not something that I need. And that's the thing. A lot of people nowadays, because Apple is such a consumer-friendly brand, when Apple releases something so pro like the M3 Max, people are considering buying the M3 Max not because they need it, but because they want it. But in reality, for me, I am very happy with my 4 terabyte storage M1 Max that just blow everything away on the video editing aspect. With Blender, it's just the rendering speed that is a bit slow, but when I watched videos comparing the M1 Max and the M3 Max, it's different, alright, but the amount of differences is not generational, it's just incremental. And that is something that I don't think I would see myself spending over 4 grand for an M3 Max, basically. And to be fair, even massive tech reviewer like Marcus Brownlee, he has been using the M1 Max ever since it is launched, and he's considering the M3 Max purely because of the fact that it has a matte black color, and that is something that he wants. But we haven't seen it yet, whether he decides to go for it or not, because I think he's busy with, you know, his tournament. However, what I'm trying to say is that the M3 Max, if you want to buy it, consider whether you need it or not, because from what I'm seeing, it's mostly useful for stuff like 3D modeling, blenders, things that require AI, either Topaz video AI or photo AI, those kind of things that uses AI models. The M3 Max will be able to help a lot with that. But if you're financially struggling and need a good machine, the M1 Pro, the M1 Max is still a good choice. And speaking of the M1 Pro, the M2 Pro, I don't know about you, but for me, I don't recommend my friends or anyone who I know to go for it, because the amount of difference between the M1 Pro and the M2 Pro is very underwhelming. So if you want to go for a pro machine, either consider the M2 Pro instead, or go for the M1 Max. But if you have a lot of money, then go for the M3 Max. It's overkill in my opinion, but if you have the financial to support it, go for it. But you probably are not going to need it unless you work on very big budget projects and you are professional at it, you're earning a lot of money from it, then sure, go for it. But yeah, this video started with me laughing at the M3 Max, just how crazy the performance is, and just how insane I was for actually thinking that I need it, when in reality, I'm good with my 64GB of RAM machine and 4TB of storage maxed out M1 Max that I got for 2.5 grand, which is insane by the way. So yeah guys, what is the takeaway of this video? The takeaway in my opinion is that Apple should not really be launching Macs the same way they're launching iPhones, whereby it is almost new every single year, because it's different from an iPhone. The Mac, it's more expensive, and machines that cost $3,000, no one is going to be replacing that every single year. So I think that Apple should instead work on developing the best chips inside of the M3 Mac before it is launched, or let's say the M4. Because with this launch, there are still people saying that the performance could have been much better, but because Apple released it so soon, it's sort of become a bit lacking in terms of what the potential could have been for the M3 Max. So yeah guys, share me your opinions on what you think about the entire M3, M3 Pro, M3 Mac Fiesta, and I'm really interested to see your opinion. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, goodbye, and peace.